Hello, welcome back to my channel. So we are continuing on with the beginners needle tatting series, and in today's video we are going to be learning how to make split rings, and you can create something similar to this, and there are several patterns out there that actually represent this, so let's go ahead and get to it. So in split rings, the reason why it is called a split ring, it is because we are working only half of our ring on half of the needle. That's the way I like to think of it. So the first half is going to be worked using your point of the needle. The second half is going to be worked using the eye of the needle. So let's go ahead and set up our yarn. The thing to remember with this one is that we are going to be using the needle thread throughout this process, so it's going to use up a lot of yarn. So make sure that you leave a long enough tail or, loop for your needle thread. So I'm just going to leave mine off of the needle since we're going to be flipping it anyways. Just make sure that you understand that normally your needle will be threaded and look something like this. Okay, so I'm going to start with a very simple ring for our first ring, and it's still going to be a split ring, but it's going to look very similar to a regular ring. In most cases, you are going to be starting with a regular ring or a mock ring at the beginning of your work, but I'm just doing this for demonstration. So I'm going to do 6 double stitches on our first half of our split ring. So there's 6. And now we know that the point is to the left, our eye is to the right. We are just going to flip this over. So now we are working with the eye, and I'm going to work 6 double stitches with my needle thread. And here is what we have. As you can see, it looks very similar to what normally we would do. So now we have to re-thread our needle. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we're going to go ahead and close the ring. And there is our first ring complete. As you can see, it looks exactly the same as any other ring. So now I'm going to go ahead and tie this off. And now this is where you're really going to see what a split ring does. So I'm going to do 3 double stitches, picot, and 3 double stitches. And this is going to be 1/2 of our second ring. So once again, we are going to have to remove our thread from the needle and flip it. So now we are working with our needle thread and the eye. And we're just going to repeat that sequence of 3 double stitches, picot, 3 double stitches. And now we're going to flip it back around, and we are going to re-thread our needle. There we go. And now we are ready to close our ring. So I'm going to do this a little differently so you can see it a little better. And pass that through. And as you can see here, now our rings are stacked on top of each other. And there it is. There is our split rings on top of each other. Pretty easy, pretty cool. I love how this looks, how you can stack your rings and we don't have to have chains in between them. Now, of course, you can add a chain going whichever way you want at this point after you tied it off. But I am going to do one more ring where I do not say anything and you just get to watch me make a split ring. And there you go. That is how you complete split rings in needle tatting. I hope that this video was informative and that you learned something new. And yeah, if there are any other tutorials in needle tatting that you would like to see, drop a comment down below and I will attempt to get those tutorials up and going. Anyways, as always, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video, and yeah, stay crafting. Bye!